Hello there. My name's Dr. Kirsten Grant. Welcome to the Dr. Grant Show. Today we're diving into a crucial topic as students are headed back to school. Mindfulness practices for academic success. Today we'll explore techniques that can help students actually reduce stress, increase focus, and truly thrive in their educational journey, which is what students and staff want. So let's get started. Number one, let's talk about understanding mindfulness. Mindfulness and the true definition of it is about more than floating on a lotus blossom and chanting. Um, Now, don't get me wrong, that can be nice. However, what mindfulness truly is about being engaged and in the moment. The reason why this is important to you as a student and also as an educator for your students is students are humans too. If they've had a bad breakup, trouble in their relationship, trouble at home, or if they're just struggling with their internal image that they have in themselves and of themselves, yet their grades and how they feel when they show up to the classroom is entirely different. This is going to cause a massive challenge and a massive issue. So let's break this down into practical steps in terms of how can we bring mindfulness back into the classroom and help us understand it, as well as the context of injecting ourselves into it practically, simply, and easily. Number one, understanding what your goals are for today, just today, not the school season, not the school year, just for today. Do you just want to get through class? Teachers, staff, today, what is our goal here? It should be, in my humble opinion, to let students know that they're cared for and that their opinion and what they want matters. Let's keep it in perspective. Out of all the schools that they could have chosen to go to, they're currently sitting in your classroom and school. Let's find ways to customize and tailor within reason the delivery of our educational and academic endeavors to the student as opposed to just sticking blindly to a lesson plan. Step number two, students, begin to understand where your distractions are. Whether you know it or not, your brain, it is a dopamine dependent organ. So, the reason why you can't turn away from your phone is not necessarily because the content is so riveting. It is because of a dopamine hit that your brain is expecting. Teachers, professors, this is why this can get pretty difficult in a classroom. You're competing not against the student's wants and desires. You're also competing against social media, which gives a bigger hit, at least before you give that first testing quiz. Understanding this is so crucial to understanding how your students react and respond to your content and also extending them grace. Third, if we could finally begin to identify our values and belief systems, it will help knit together the motivation that everyone will need in order to complete the school year. Let's get into a few techniques for focus and concentration. There are so many techniques that are available to help students focus and concentrate. But in the interest of time, I will give you a technique that is easy to demonstrate and easy to implement because I believe in practicality. That technique for this exercise would be mindfulness of your breath. It's a very simple exercise. Number one, anytime you're beginning to feel a little nervous about a test, about a quiz, even about just walking into class, because you're going to be in front of all these other students and you're concerned about what they might think of you. This breathing exercise is quite simple and easy. Number one, focus on your intention. How do you want to show up for that test, for that quiz, for just simply walking into the classroom? That's number one. Number two, where are you now on that intention on a scale of 1 to 10? If you're an 8 and above, that means you feel like you're pretty aligned with this. No muss, no fuss, no coconuts. 3 and below means you're very far away. There's some cognitive dissonance going on right now, and that's okay. What we want to do is keep your prefrontal cortex online. The prefrontal cortex is the front part of your brain. It is the thinking part of your brain. When you're able to keep your prefrontal cortex online and present and activated, it allows you to access critical thinking skills that would normally escape you if fear, fight, flight, fawn, or freeze, our natural human instincts, take over. One way we can do this is with a simple breathing exercise. Number one, lock in on your intention. How do you want to show up? What do you want the end result to be? Number two, see where you are right now. How close are you on a scale of 1 to 10 to actually being and embodying that intention? Finally, the breathing exercise. Focus right now on where you are. Notice the air around you. What's the temperature? Is it hot or is it cold for that intended you? Notice how you feel on the inside. If there's any confidence, where's that confidence stemming from? Take note of that now. Now, lock in. Once you have it locked in, close your eyes. This will take less than a few seconds. Breathe in. A deep inhalation. Hold for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the second inhalation, you're going to breathe in and begin to breathe in life to the intended you. When you exhale, you'll exhale the dissonance, the cognitive dissonance, meaning whatever that feeling is. So if there's a pressure right now as you stand and how you feel about walking into the classroom, about a test, about a quiz, where are you feeling your body? A lot of my students, they talk to me and they feel it here in their chest. It feels maybe like a pressure, maybe a vibration. You're going to work on slowing that feeling down. The antithesis of that feeling is the key. Begin. Inhale. And then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale whatever that antithesis feeling is. Allow it to begin to dissolve. One last time. Visualize the intended you. Inhale whatever qualities and traits and feelings as that person is resting under your skin. That person is you. Start now. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Hold. Now bring up the image of the person that where you are right now. If there's still any cognitive dissonance, meaning any distance between where you are and where you want to be, begin to exhale the sensation of that now, the antithesis. So if you're tense, you'll become relaxed. If you feel pressure, begin to feel it deflate. Exhale now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, you just this quickly indulged in a technique for focus and concentration. Now go out there and take on the world.